Okay, you've gotten your testosterone levels tested and you've discovered that you have low T. Or perhaps you just suspect that that's the case. At any rate, you've decided that you want to try and naturally boost your testosterone levels. You've gotten your nutrition under control. Now it's time to start working out. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 types of workouts that I've used along with the workout strategies and techniques to naturally elevate my own testosterone production. If you want to naturally increase your testosterone levels and turn back the clock on aging, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every Tuesday. Gentlemen, I created this video channel as a way to record everything that I've learned about turning back the clock on aging, to record the conclusions that I've drawn and the techniques that I've decided to implement and the results that I got from using those techniques. My name is Lance Hitchings, and if you want to use your workouts as a way to ramp up your testosterone production, I'll show you 3 different types of workouts that I've used to do just that. Now, again, this is at the 60,000 foot level. I'll be sharing with you various types of exercises that I do and exercise strategies that I use, but I won't be going into a whole lot of detail on specific exercises. That'll happen in subsequent videos. Okay, let's get started. Workout type 1, weightlifting. The first type of exercise for boosting your testosterone levels naturally is weightlifting, and it's one of the best. It's a great way to get a temporary spike in your testosterone levels. They peak at about 15 to 60 minutes post-workout, and they return to baseline levels about an hour to an hour and a half later. It's also a great way to boost your overall testosterone throughout the day. A study was conducted in Spain with a group of young men with no prior experience in weightlifting, and it was conducted over a period of 4 weeks. Now, after a month, the group on average had 40% more resting testosterone, and they had 24% less cortisol, which is antagonistic to testosterone production. First, you need to lift to work out large muscle groups. So I'm talking multi-joint compound exercises, like the deadlift and the squat and the bench press. Next, use your legs. Studies have shown that legs plus upper body exercises produce significantly higher increases in testosterone than just using upper body exercises alone. Lift heavy. You should be doing 70 to 85% of your 1 rep max, or whatever weight you can comfortably lift for 6 to 10 reps. Which brings me to volume. You should be doing 3 to 6 sets, doing more sets the fewer reps that you do. So for example, if you're lifting really heavy and you can only crank out 6 reps, then you should be doing 6 sets. These are high intensity, high volume workouts. Exercise order is important. Research has shown that the testosterone response is significantly greater when multi-joint exercises are combined with single joint exercises. So I do my multi-joint exercises first, followed by my single joint exercises or isolation exercises. So when thinking about muscle groups, think large to small or many to just one. Increased testosterone response is tied to increased metabolic demand. You can crank up your metabolic demand by doing higher intensity workouts, but you can also crank it up by shortening the rest period between sets. So keep your rest periods down to about 30 to 60 seconds. However, studies have shown that the rest periods between exercises are different. Now, before I was talking about resting between sets. Now I'm talking about resting between exercises. So longer rest periods in the range of 2 to 3 minutes have proven to be more effective at testosterone response than shorter rest periods. So let's say you just finished up an exercise where you were doing 6 sets of 6 reps each on the bench press, and you rested for 30 seconds between each set. Now, before moving on to your next exercises, which might be dumbbell flies, you need to rest for 2 to 3 minutes. And finally, when you work out is just as important as how you work out. In the human male, testosterone levels are highest in the morning and lowest in the late afternoon and early evening. But weightlifting can have an impact on these levels, causing a temporary spike in your testosterone. Now, since testosterone levels are lowest in the late afternoon and early evening, lifting weights later in the afternoon rather than early in the morning is probably a better strategy for increasing your testosterone levels throughout the day. Workout type 2, body weight exercises. The next form of exercise I'm going to talk about are full body workouts or body weight exercises. These are exercises that use gravity and your body's own weight as resistance. And they're great if you're new to exercising, or if you don't have your own equipment, or you don't belong to a gym. So I'm talking about sit-ups, pull-ups, push-ups, lunges, wall sits, those type of exercises. Your training philosophy should be the same as it is for weightlifting, which is that you want to work out large body groups and train with high intensity and short rest periods. While these exercises are a great way to work out, if you're doing them to increase your testosterone production, then you'll want to modify them. Introduce isometric contractions by doing a static hold just before lockout. So for example, let's take the push-up. When performing the push-up, just before your arms are fully extended and your elbows are locked, do a static hold and then hold that position for 6 to 10 seconds. This will introduce the necessary intensity to increase testosterone production. Whether you're lifting weight or doing body weight workouts, you want to work out in a way that cranks up your metabolic demand. Keep your workout short, but train hard and take short rest breaks. Adding isometric contractions to your body weight exercises will ramp up your workout and elevate your metabolic demand. Body weight workouts are great for someone who's just starting out as a prelude to lifting weight. Or if you don't belong to a gym or have a home gym and you don't have access to weights. Workout type 3, high intensity interval training. Finally, I'm going to talk about high intensity interval training, or HIIT, or simply HIIT training. It's also known as peak interval training and sprint interval training. Studies have shown that sprinting is a great way to naturally boost your testosterone. And HIIT is a great way to incorporate sprints into your exercise regime. HIIT is done by performing a brief, full intensity, all-out burst of exertion, or sprint, followed by a period of rest and recovery that is equal to or longer than the period of high intensity. This is one cycle, and you perform 8 to 10 cycles. So for example, you could, after warming up, run as fast as you possibly can for 30 seconds, and then walk for 90 seconds. And then you do that 8 times. HIIT can be performed by running, rowing, cycling, riding an exercise bike, or running on a treadmill. You can even use weightlifting as a form of HIIT. Anything that has you cycling bursts of all-out intensity followed by periods of brief rest. In my opinion, high-intensity interval training is superior in every way to steady-state cardio if you want to increase your testosterone production or lose weight. In study after study, steady-state cardio has been shown to decrease testosterone levels, while at the same time causing your cortisol levels to rise. It also decreases the way that your muscles are able to absorb glucose. And one of the best things about high-intensity interval training is that it cranks up your metabolic demand for long periods of time. Studies have shown that HIIT not only causes your body to burn fat at an accelerated rate for up to 36 hours after you've finished your HIIT workout, but it also boosts your mitochondrial biogenesis for 24 hours. It also boosts your testosterone levels, your human growth hormone levels, and your nitric oxide levels. Granted, HIIT can be a bitch. It will tax you guaranteed. But the whole training only lasts 10 to 15 minutes. And out of that 10 to 15 minutes, you're only going at full intensity for 2 to 4 minutes. The rest of the time, you're coasting. I mean, come on, does it get any better than that? I don't think so. If you watch my channel over the next few months, you'll discover that I'm going to share with you a variety of different ways to naturally boost your testosterone and to turn back the clock on aging. But exercise is one of the best ways that I know of to naturally crank up your testosterone production. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends and on your social media. Hit the like button and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every Tuesday. And as always, thank you so much for watching.